First of all, I just want to thank everybody that showed up in Dowdy Ficklin today. Like showing up for those seniors and packing that stadium out on a day that is over Thanksgiving break. Students are away, and just the atmosphere in there. That was awesome, and it really was for those folks to do that. And we just missed some opportunities early in the game. They could have changed the game the other way, and then we let some plays in the second half that they hit, let the game get away from us a little bit. First play of the game. We got Anthony to open down the sideline there, double moved him, exactly what we wanted, and just missed on the pass, kind of underthrew it a little bit, had to bend back inside, or otherwise you're up 7-0. And then get down there in the fourth down in the red zone a couple times and didn't get points out of those two drives. One we decided to go for it on fourth down, and that's kind of been who we've been the last 5 weeks. And kind of overthrew him a little bit, and then got down there again, was going to go for it again on fourth down, had a little false start, and then ended up trying to kick the field goal and miss it. So come out with 0 points there in those two drives, and you can't do that against a good football team in Navy. I know they had a tough last couple weeks, but they had 2 weeks to prepare, and they played well today, and they're still a good football team. But at the end of the day, I keep saying it's about us. We made some mistakes that we got to fix and get corrected. But I told the guys in there is how special they've been the last 5 weeks since October 20th and what they've done. I said one game doesn't define who you are and the way you fought your tail off and the way you came together and the way you've played for each other. And you really pulled this whole community, this whole Pirate Nation back together. And we got to continue to fight for that, and we're going to continue to fight for that. And I told them we got one more game in this season, and we got one more time together, and we got one more time to go out there and fight for Pirate Nation and make Pirate Nation proud and give them something they can stand on, and we can all be together in this thing, because we know moving forward and looking ahead, and we don't want to do that because today's the most important day, is it's going to take everybody to be successful, and we need everybody. So, again, just thank you to the fans that were out there in Dowdy Ficklin today, all the folks watching across the country. We really do appreciate you.
Coach, do you feel you had the energy that you've had, or was it just a matter of those opportunities that you mentioned?
Yeah, I thought we had some good energy. Obviously, when you don't make a play here and you have some opportunities and you miss some opportunities, like you said, then it kind of takes the wind out of you a little bit. And I kept telling, I thought we came back out in the second half and had some good energy, and kept telling everybody, hey, let's keep going, keep fighting. And then same thing, we missed some opportunities on third down defensively, missed some opportunities offense. It wasn't just one side of the ball or the other. It was all three phases. Missed a field goal, and that does take a little wind out of you. No matter how great a job you're doing, bringing energy and playing for each other and staying positive, that does take a little bit of momentum really from you.
Ran only 6 plays the third quarter. Is that a danger getting behind Navy, the way they control the ball?
It's 3-0, and they came out, and we had chances to get off the field on that drive, and they went on about a 7.5-minute drive. So that it was hats off to those guys, but we got to find a way to get off the field there. If you get them stopped and it stays 3-0, hey, it's not a big deal. But the fact they found a way to get in the end zone, went up 7-3. There's only so many more possessions you're going to get throughout the game, especially in the fourth quarter. You're looking up at the clock and thinking, when are we going to have to use our timeouts? When are we going to have to get our stops? And a little bit as you're pressing against those guys. When you know your limited possessions, especially in the second half there, and you get behind, you're trailing, then you're really pressing as a play caller too. So some of that's on me. I got to do a better job there, and we'll talk about our plans moving forward for the next season.
Blake, not scoring early kind of allowed them to play the game on their terms.
It did.
Do you feel like, I know you worry about yourself, but against their style, is that a problem?
Well, that 100%, Stephen. They won the toss and elected to defer, which is what we were going to do as well. And then we get down there, several times in the first quarter and just don't get any points out of it. You can't do that to a good football team. They're a 7-8, possibly chance to win 9 games as well. And they're a good football team, and you can't not do that in those situations. You got to capitalize on those things. And I thought, with all that being said, there in the first quarter, our guys kept going at it. They kept fighting. Defensively, they didn't let it get them down. And that was a huge stop right before the half and a missed field goal there. And really talk about winning the middle 8, and probably this is the first week we haven't won it in the last 5 ball games. But just as a body of work the last 5 weeks, just really proud of those young men, proud of those seniors, everything they've meant to this program over the last 5, some of them 6 years, or since they've got here, some of them only a year. But what they've put on the line for Pirate Nation, and the month of November especially.
all that's going on, and then also you got to prepare for Navy on top of all that.
Yeah, we had 6 days to get ready for this ball game. Navy had 13, but that is what it is. You don't control that. Control what you control. And it was an up and down week. You know, we try to keep the main thing. You know, where it's a blessing. It's been a blessed week for all of us. I think in some ways our kids were, you know, they were all worried about, or some of them were worried about, I shouldn't say all, hey, what's going to happen if somebody new comes in and they're going to bring their own, or we're going to get pushed out of here, or we're going to feel uncomfortable, we're going to have to look for a new home. And now they can kind of relax and rest and be at ease. Not that they don't want to be in Pirate Nation, but they understand the landscape of college athletics and how those things happen. So that was a big relief for those guys, and I think we got a lot better opportunity to keep those guys in place. And at the same time, we got some opportunities to add some pieces to the puzzle here for the 2025 season. But, you know, right now we're going to still focus on the 2024 season. Obviously, next week is signing day for our high school recruits, and then, you know, there's some other recruiting to be done in December as well, and making sure we're getting our roster ready for next season. But at the same time, you know, in about 9 days, we're going to find out who our bowl opponent is and where, and we're going to make that thing a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time, make sure we go win a ball game, and finish the thing off the right way for these seniors and see if we can get that win number 8.
I know at the end of the third quarter there, both teams kind of came out on the field, and I saw the White Hat bring you in, Coach Newberry.
Yeah.
Just kind of wondering what happened in that sequence and what the White Hat said.
Yeah, I think, you know, in both those scenarios, when we're going to the fourth quarter and then down again on the other end, we probably should keep those guys on the numbers more. Our guys kind of got a little far out. Their guys got to come a little far out. They were getting fired up for the fourth quarter because you want to go finish that thing. We were getting fired up to go finish the thing in the fourth quarter. And, you know, no harm, no foul. You know, you like to see, hey, just stay back and bam. But at the same time, you know, as long as we keep our heads about it, and same thing on the other end, then we're fine. But at least, I'll tell you this, at least they're excited to play. You know, they're fired up to play in the fourth quarter. And you got down and you did make some plays in the third quarter, and you find yourself down in the fourth quarter. They're ready to go fight at it. They're ready to go take swings at it. They're ready to go play the Pirate way. So I am proud of that. Now, we got to be more disciplined in all aspects of our program, and we'll continue to get that cleaned up, and that'll be a huge focus in the offseason. But that was what happened in those scenarios.
Coach, from one half to the other, the defense shuts them out in the first.
Yeah.
And it opens up a lot more in the second. What do you specifically attribute those struggles to in the specifically fourth quarter?
Yeah. In the first half, you know, I thought we did a really good job of just freaking getting off the field on third down, making some plays, creating a turnover down there, set up a score. Did all those things we needed to do in the first half to play really good defense. And then the second half, I think, was really the third downs. We had opportunities probably on all those scoring drives to get off the field. We didn't substitute as much tonight as we usually do, especially in certain positions. So I don't know if we got tired in the fourth quarter. I don't think we did. But, you know, in a game like that, and a game against a good football team, especially a triple option team, you got to stay locked in for 4 quarters. It's play after play after play after play. Of doing your job, keeping your eyes where they're supposed to be, all right, playing your fundamentals and tackling who you're supposed to tackle, and that's a big deal. And I thought our tackling got a little sloppy in the second half as well. So we got to be better there. And all that starts with me. And I'm the head coach, and I can say that now, but it comes right back on me.
One more question.
Coach, trailing 7-3 in that third quarter, about midfield, you opted to go for it on fourth instead of punt it. What was that decision process like?
Just go win the game. Let's go be aggressive. And we're going to do that on fourth downs. We're going to, you know, we had some fakes built in. We've always had fakes built in. Just didn't think it was the right time to use any of them today. We're going to be aggressive in what we do defensively. We're going to be aggressive in what we do offensively. All right. And that's going to be our mindset. You know, you got to be smart at the same time and know when to punt it, know when to kick field goals and get points and do those things. But we're going to go play the game to win. Let's go play the game to win, and let's go play the game to freaking compete. And even we scored the last score and go onside kick it. Let's go keep competing. Some people would say, well, you're down 14 points, not enough time on the clock to make it matter. No, that's not how we're going to play the game. We're always going to fight. We're always going to be there for Pirate Nation, for the young men in our locker room, and just keep going at it. So just a huge thank you to everybody. You know, tough ending to the week here, but just a huge thank you for what you guys have done. For these seniors, first of all, for our program, for us, and we'll continue to do that, continue to make it about that, and keep fighting our tails off for Pirate Nation. Love you guys.